All right, well, we're joined by some legitimate superstars in the studio at the moment. One of them being the famous Sharron.
Hello, doll.
Sharron! Now, we thought interviewing you was going to be just too much.
Yeah.
But you've brought a friend along.
I did, does. Lawrence Mooney from the TVs called me in tears and said, Shaz, I'm not famous enough.
Well, this is what you do a lot of the time, Sharon, make people famous.
I do.
Is work with Natalie.
Yeah.
She got her contract extended. And now Lawrence.
Before that.
You know, Nat, I've followed your lead and I've tied my wagon to Sharon's star.
I'll jump on board. I know.
It's just going off for me. I'm having a great time.
Lawrence, the last time I saw you were at the Great Gatsby.
In Sydney, on the red carpet.
Yeah.
I've got a red carpet embarrassing story for you, Nath. I was watching the Golden Globes red carpet with my wife, and that beautiful black actress who's in 12 Years
Brilliant.
a Slave.
No one can say her name.
I can't remember her name right off the top. And I said to my wife, this is embarrassing. I said, wow, she was like a slave and now she's a movie star. she was like a slave for 12 years.
So you
and
thought
she
that
said,
was
no,
a documentary,
no,
right?
no. Slavery ended a long time ago, Lawrence.
She's an
There haven't been
actress.
slaves for a while. Have you heard of the Civil War? I went, but it says 12 Years a slave.
This is the
yes,
true
that's
rags
the
to
name of the
riches story.
That's the name of the movie.
And women can vote. It's crazy. What a world.
Oh, Sharon, your
She's a hot slave, though.
your show, The Fame Game, it's pretty special. Tell everyone what it's about.
Oh, Dals, basically, I'm so famous for absolutely nothing. I'm
You're
just
amazing.
wonderful.
You're a
Yeah,
superstar.
I'm a dream.
Yeah.
And I just try and help other people, like the Nat from Novas. You came on last year.
I
You're
did.
back again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she's one of the favourites.
Yeah.
And we've got Lisa Mitchell rang me in tears. No, not Lisa Mitchell. That was another
She's the
gig I
singer.
did. Yeah, Lisa Scafidis.
Oh,
okay.
man.
She's always
there.
outside here begging to come
Yeah,
in.
isn't she?
It's terrible.
And it's a beautiful surname, Scafidis, too.
It is. It sounds like a pasta. So she's coming on, and we've got an Olympian, Dals. She holds a record in Australia for the 1500 metres.
Oh, what's her name?
Sarah
In the pool?
Jamieson.
No, on the track.
In the track.
Right.
In the
Sarah
track. Not
In the
even
track.
on the pool.
Excellent.
Yeah. But yeah, so I just bring them on and I go, Dals, what do you need to do? Do you need to adopt a kid? Maybe, have another marriage? How can we help?
Oh, you're a giver, is what you
Yeah,
are. It's
yeah.
amazing.
So I've been doing Dirty Laundry Live on ABC Two. I've
Yeah.
probed
Oh, it's
the
on
world.
ABC Too.
Yeah, I know. It's on the back.
I can't believe ABC has a
Channel
poor
2.
cousin.
Channel 2 has another station.
What's their budget like?
It's actually on ABC 17. But I say too. But fame nowadays is very much attached to a sex tape. Have you done a sex tape,
Oh,
Sharon?
Dals, I did, but it was mainly me next to my husband going, wake up, Daz. Wake up. Wake up. We couldn't use it. Yeah.
Right.
So, Sharon, you look like a bit of a cross between Dame Edna and
Yeah.
possibly Dr. Phil with your visionary help for people.
Evie was fabulous, yeah.
Yes.
And a bit of Kath and Kim thrown in.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, all
And a
the
dress
things.
so glittery you could go fetal and be a mirror
I'll
ball,
spin
really.
for you. I'm spinning.
Oh, you're a
Get
delight.
the way she spins is
Shaz, I
amazing.
had the pleasure of doing a gig with you a couple of nights ago at the Observatory
Yeah.
and found out that you've got twins.
I do.
Jack
they're
and
twins.
Daniels.
Yeah, same father. That's a win.
Wow.
That
I
is a
can't
win.
believe you birthed brown liquor.
I know, yeah. I was very excited. My first is called Chardonnay. She's gorgeous, isn't she, Dals?
Yeah, she's a cute kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in the car in
Yeah.
this blazing heat, which is
The window
Sharon-
down an inch.
Sharon, what do you think about fame nowadays? Because, I mean, really, you can just go on internet and do something viral and then suddenly you'll get a show out of it. What do you think? Do you think it's earned nowadays? Like
yes.
Lawrence earned his?
yeah, it's not like the good old days where you had to go on a reality TV program.
Burn.
Exactly what I was going to say. When I was asking the question. I have to say, I admire you, don't I, Dals Nath? Because you're one of the
you.
pioneers. I used to
Oh.
watch you on Big Brother. And Dals, you did stand up and a bit of comedy.
Yes.
You're a footballer. None of you have talent in the radio.
Nothing at all.
No.
None.
You're living proof that you don't need it to get big.
You know what? The
Absolutely
worst
true.
thing that we can ever do, and we love doing it every year, is we go to Whopper and we go to see all the students that are studying radio and they all ask the question, how did you get into radio? And we tell our stories and you just see their hearts sink.
Yeah. Like, why are we bothering with this study business?
Yeah.
And are they all doing the golden tonsils? Welcome to Nova
They
Radio.
are. They're doing their radio voices. Lawrence, how did you get into the whole fame game?
I started in the theatre, Nathan.
theatre? How fancy.
You should be wearing a beret.
I'm classically trained, don't you know?
Did you study
It was
drama?
frightful fun. Oh! I went and did amateur theatre in my local suburb.
Oh, the worst kind.
Yeah.
And then I went to the National Theatre in Melbourne and graduated. And then I went into stand-up because what I discovered about stand-up was all the glory was mine. And I didn't have to share it with a cast.
Good point.
Okay.
So I cut those losers loose.
Yes.
So you don't have to wait to be auditioned. You just go and get behind a microphone
Yes,
and
and you
swear
don't have to
for
wear
a
a
living.
skivvy, which is nice.
Well, you and Sharron are like a little bit different to the rule. A lot of the comedians that we meet, and they're very good stand-up comedians. Sometimes they're a bit void of personality. The thing they do on stage is absolutely brilliant, but off stage you can't. Some of them are socially inept.
They're a little bit on the spectrum, a lot of them, aren't they? They're a little bit, clapping for the colour yellow. And I find that amazing too.
Yeah.
Also, not funny off stage.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the only
it.
space where they can be funny. And you probably on the radio, people are over here for a festival. You say, why don't you give us a bit of your show? And they go, no. It's like, well, why wouldn't you be funny to show the world that you're funny?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Sure.
I'm confused by that.
Lawrence
but Shaz
just
isn't one of
walks
those.
Lawrence just walks up to people in the street, just yelling at them jokes, don't you, Dale? It's
Yeah,
just
I've got a million
I'm
of them.
funny all the time.
Hey, check this out. Hey,
Pull this.
Can I ask
He
you?
makes me wear a shirt saying I'm with funny. Have to slap him.
A lot of the comedians we've met over the journey have all got some kind of uni degree. Are you guys are all in that same? They're very intellectual at times as well. Sharron, you strike me as the
Sharon's
type.
definitely an intellect.
I went to school till I was 17.
Really?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
And
so,
so
did you get past year 8 though?
I don't
Year
know.
8 were the best 4
I
years of
didn't-
Sharon's life.
Yeah. Lots of time in the girls' toilets. And I had a fabulous time. I just got pregnant straight away, Dale.
That's good, actually.
Yeah.
That's an elective in Kalgoorlie School.
And marriage does. Look, I've got rings on my fingers, on my nails to
Whoa,
celebrate
wow.
my two
You are
first
bling.
marriages. My nails sell and put a ring on it. And then my last husband there. I just collected husbands.
Fantastic.
great.
You like
Yeah.
wedding
Good
cake?
fun.
You got officially married, and two of your fingers had a bit of a tryst. So
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Were they
had
with
a fabulous
Lawrence?
time. Sorry.
I actually haven't been educated at a university. I've got a bit of an intellectual inferiority complex from people who go, I did law or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just go, I did year 12 and joined the customs service for 6 years.
But
And that's all I did, went through people's bags at the airport.
you can just win doctorates.
Oh,
You found a lot of meat, didn't you? You found a lot of packaged meat.
Beef jerky.
I was actually a drug detector dog handler for 2 years.
Really?
And people say, did you find a lot of drugs? And I can say this with complete honesty. I've found a lot more drugs as a comedian than I ever did as a customs officer.
I thought you were going to say you found a lot more than the dog did.
Lawrence can
Oh, yeah,
sniff
I
them
was
out,
high.
don't you worry.
I got kicked out of the service because my dog turned on me. I was so stoned.
We've got a baggie in here right now, Lawrence. You sniff it out. Oh, he's on all fours.
Oh, jeez, we're going to go to the airport and check some luggage.
So he was sort of self-appointed customs officer at the airport.
That's right, yes.
What do you say? We've got a lot of creative types here in WA. Sharron, what do you say about people that want to get into this field of comedy and performing? I mean, is it a thing to do? Because a lot of parents will say, no, become something.
Get a real job.
Yeah. Dales, my mum always believed in me. She sent me to all the dance classes. She said, actually, when I was born, she said that everybody said, oh, that's Sharron, she's got a face for radio. And she knew I'd be a star.
And here you
I
are.
am. Yeah. So I think you just believe in yourself, Dales, and just wear the glitter. I've got some hot pants for you, Nathan.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, they're so big.
He's
though.
never put on a pair of those before.
His tend to have more openings.
sorry, yeah. And why is there an arse in them? I'll have to cut that out, and it doesn't have juicy bits written on the back of it. So I'll have to take these down to the embroiderer.
Yeah, no, they're just not right. There's something wrong with these pants. Have you ever considered opening your own talent school, Shaz?
Oh,
Shaz.
Listen, Dales,
getting all those wannabes in there and moulding them in your own image.
And ripping them off massively.
Yeah, on an internet subscription basis.
Yes.
Dales, that's your first mistake. No talent required.
Oh, like here.
Like Nova. Very, very similar.
Dales, that's why I love you all so much. Yeah. Who cares? started as a talent agent, and then I was like, who needs talent when you've got fame?
That's
That's
right.
it, baby.
And that's why you host your own shows.
Yeah.
Is there somebody out there that you follow as well?
Oh, Daz, I love the Kardashians.
Well, of
Yeah,
course.
of
Yeah.
Kardashians
Isn't it great to see
Can't get
Kylie and Kendall coming up, the Jenner
Yeah,
girls?
It's exciting.
There's more of them. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, Daz went, and they've all got K as the name. Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, but what about the son who's completely
Rob.
forgotten?
And he's got an old chunky now.
And he's just, Chunky's bad too
Yeah.
on reality TV.
It's not good.
Not good. You've got to really start to chisel it, Robbie.
It's really
And
hard
He's
to-
always asking his mum for money to start his sock
Oh,
business.
I know.
Oh,
His
get real,
sock
Robbie.
empire. It's like, no one cares about you, Rob. No way.
There's
But
not that.
he's
Can
going
we go to an ad?
postal.
Rob's on.
He will go
He
postal.
will
He'll
go
be
postal
up at a clock
and-
tower shooting a small town down. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah.
I reckon he'll go postal inside the house.
Yeah.
He will take the Kardashians
Well, as long as he takes
down.
that Bruce Jenner, I'll be happy.
Right.
With that face.
And his face, yeah.
True, Bruce Jenner. Have you seen his face lately?
Oh, Bruce Jenner.
He
You know,
doesn't
great
know.
He was
Olympian.
a champion in the day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was a gold
Decathlon.
medalist. Decathlon, yeah. Not a
Please.
bad
He's good.
event.
He's an all-rounder. He's good at almost everything
Does
except I don't know,
decathlon
looking at
include
his
a
face.
marathon? Is there a
No.
no,
No.
10,000 metres? 5,000 metres? Something.
I think
It
it's
includes a
400.
running race.
Then it's throw a javelin, and then it's totem tennis.
Totem tennis.
Who was the
pretty
great
good.
pommy bloke?
Yeah.
I loved him.
Daley
Daley
Thompson.
Thompson.
Daley
Yeah.
Thompson. He used to come over to Melbourne for the Spring Racing Carnival and just cut a sway.
Did he really?
Daley Thompson.
A lot of people, a lot of young ladies have got Daley Thompson stories. I'm in Melbourne, girls. Well, I'm in Melbourne. Hello.
See, and that was before Twitter. Imagine what he could have done in
His
this day
work
and
was
age.
done, and Twitter came out and he said, "See you later."
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can't do. You can't have any fun anymore because of
Yeah.
Facebook and Twitter.
Well, let's talk about Twitter right now. I mean, it's true. If you share your real opinions and stuff, suddenly you're in the women's magazines, you're in the paper and stuff
Yeah.
like that. How do you go with it, Lawrence?
I have been told after a glass of wine and a Valium on a Friday night, no more Twitsy for you.
Yeah.
The wife takes the phone off me.
Really?
Good idea.
Yeah, because I was just whatever thought came into my head was going
But
out.
that's
on
what
the
your Twitter
but-
followers want to see.
Yeah, they loved
Yeah.
it. They loved a late
Yeah.
Friday night session. He's
Did the
blind.
ABC
Here it goes.
say no?
The ABC said something. Well,
The ABC too, Natalie.
I was told.
The ABC said, "Who's he?"
Yeah, the ABC said, "There's a guy here pretending he's got a job with us." And he's written on his profile, "My opinions are not the ABC's." Duh. But we had a little bit of controversy during the year with a famous Australian who's imprisoned in Bali, not naming any names.
Sure.
And
Kevin.
we said if Kev gets out
Yeah.
and comes back to Australia, it'll be the biggest celebrity story in the magazines. It'll be in all of them.
Yes. Of course.
And we argued the point that maybe she is one of Australia's most high-profile celebrities,
Kevin.
ironically. Kev.
Yes.
Kev Corbs. Kevin Corby. Anyway, she has got a massive, very ardent following on the Gold Coast. Gold Coast Christians, you might call them, but they get on the phone. We'll sue you. We'll kill you. They go bananas on Facebook.
It's not a very
But
Christian sentiment.
They keep hitting
Christians for
the
you.
phones to the ABC, and I was kind of baiting them, saying, "Did you actually see the piece on
And there's nothing-
on the TV Sport or Champ?" And they don't call me Champ. Anyway, so the ABC put in a little call saying, "Could you please stop baiting Kev's fans on Facebook because we just are sick of dealing with the calls."
Oh,
Kev
lovers.
fans.
Kev
Come
fans,
on.
they're
lovers.
very ardent, but
Love
it's amazing.
Kev.
There's a big following.
Wow.
They're all on the Goldie.
Yeah, how about you, Shazza? Twitter, how do you go?
Oh, Daz, I love it. I Twitter on the shitter. You got to keep it going all the time, don't you?
I normally read the
Never
paper.
stop. You normally read the paper.
Well, I just go
He's
through the
old
racing
school.
section.
Isn't he?
Isn't
He's
he?
a
It's a
classic,
racing
isn't
section.
he?
Done.
I also like before when they were talking about taking off Jenner's head. No, taking Jenner out. You said and his head, so it wasn't attached. Don't forget the rest, Daz. Isn't he
point.
gorgeous?
Good-
He says
good
all the
point.
simple things.
Oh, yes, he does.
Once again.
And that's, you've
228
just
games,
basically
no
read out
helmet.
his contract. That's amazing.
Thank you.
228. Let's relive the old days. Best game of the 228. The day that you were walking on air. That you were just pinging it from outside 50.
No,
I
that wasn't
was
one of
on
them.
fire. I was on fire in my first year playing against Nicky Winmar at Old Waverley there. They started me
Take
on
us
the
there,
ball.
Sean. You're in your shorts, you've got your jersey on, you've got your undercut.
I'll just take you back one step. The day we flew into Melbourne, we were staying at the Crown on Albert Park, in fact, and we flew in Ansett, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Ansett.
Jared Neesham came over the top of me, our coach at the time, and he said, Quinton Leach is out. He's got a migraine. you're going to be playing on Nicky Winmar, and in that case, I nearly pooed my pants right on the spot.
Yeah.
And then had a sleepless night, but very excited to start off in the middle against the great man Nicky Winmar.
How old are you at this stage?
18 turning 19.
So you're just coming out of your confused lesbian stage.
Well, I had the
There's a photo of him, just like a lesbian without GPS. Where am I going? Where's my girlfriend? I don't know what's happening.
The first play of the day went to our back line. I went off to the half-back flank. Scotty Chisholm got the ball. He hand-passed it to me. I had 2 bounces, then kicked it long. So the only thing you want to do in those early days is kick the ball long.
Right.
Spider Burton straight down the line.
Yeah.
No problem. That game got me into the State of Origin team my first year.
Sean, did you win
Beautiful.
that game?
3 Brownlow votes. Kicked the goal in the first pocket, in the forward pocket. Did we win that game? It's not about who won that game now.
Okay.
No, we won. We won by more.
But it is where Sean's length envy came from.
Yeah.
That's right. Absolutely.
And follows him
100%.
today. Yeah,
Really?
fantastic. Now you've got a show coming onto the television.
I have.
Stuff. Tell
Not
me about
only
it.
Dirty Laundry Live on ABC 45, but ABC 33 and a third. Channel 7 have employed
Hang
my
on, the
services.
ABC were prepared to let you go, to let you cross over to a commercial
They drove me
network?
over to Channel 7 in the back of a van.
Channel
And then
7.
did they slow down as
They
pushed
rendered
you
me
out?
to Channel 7.
Wow.
They were
took
going to
me
get
from
you
my
a cab, but
home.
they weren't sure that you were going to get
tranquilised
taken
me.
there.
Yeah.
They wrapped me in bandages and I woke up at Channel
So
7.
2 questions. What's the show called and what's it about? And also, well, let's add the third question in. What's it like to get paid more than $80 an episode? Go.
Well, being on $95 clear a week is awesome. Clear. That's
Clear,
take,
mate.
that's take home.
Yeah. Kazazi.
Young Lacey Driving Us Crazy is a reality series where 10 hopeless Gen Ys are taken. They've never left home and they've never had a job. They're put in a share house together. Given
On the
a
Gold
budget.
Coast?
Not on the Gold Coast, in Sydney.
So it's like Big Brother for bludgers.
Yeah, and given job placements. Now, you would think that basically our job is to sit at home in our armchairs and hate them and judge them
Yes.
with impunity.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. Their parents also judge them, and that's how they're eliminated. The parents decide on who's the worst. So it's awesome because you get to see parents run their children into the ground and also realise how they've failed as parents.
Something for everyone.
So you get to hate the children and the parents, then something happens. Very close to the end, all of the parents think, no, I want my kid to win this. So
Yes.
they become defensive and start pushing their little Johnny along. And also, anyone who's not really succeeding at life, who hasn't left home, who hasn't got initiative, who hasn't got a job, there's a backstory, there's a reason. And so we send in a life coach to get the reason why. And you dig a little bit and find out that at school, people used to bully, coming there. And so it's an emotional journey. And by the end, you are pumping for them. You're just going, go, you little failure. Make a fist of it. Make a fist of it.
Terrific.
Get a
ultimate
shitty
prize.
job in retail. Go.
Sell that T-shirt.
What's their ultimate prize?
Their ultimate prize is a massive $20,000 and a job placement. And
That's more than Nathan got out of Big Brother, to be honest.
That's great. So when's that kicking off?
a lot of them are working as the chocks under the front wheels of a plane.
Is it kicking off after the tennis?
Let me just think.
Or well
it's
after
after
the
the tennis.
Well, after the tennis.
Well after the tennis, right, got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it will be after the tennis, but early in the year.
Well, we've got a couple of great shows here,
I know.
everybody. One you can see live in person and one you can
Yes.
see on commercial television.
Can't wait for Fringe World.
Famous Sharron, Lawrence Mooney, some legitimate superstars. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome, Dales.
Guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
No Lever.